Da da da.
Oh no, this is one of the most iconic scenes in the game. Because this van...
Oh, hey, it's this van.
This van...
Not this van. God damn it.
This van is related to too many plot points.
What the?
Looks like a party bus. It's red on the inside.
Jenna reels back, eyes wide.
That wasn't there a moment ago.
She mutters, craning her neck some to peer through the red-tinted window to see who's behind the wheel. After a moment of inspection, it's clear that there's no one inside. Jenna.
What?
Jenna, this is the van from the dream. The one I told you about?
Oh, come on.
Jenna doesn't sound incredulous to my claim, just exhausted.
Can I stop for a second?
Alright.
One, does everybody remember the dream he's talking about?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, go for
Two,
it, Harry.
I was gonna say, the dream that Chase was talking about is there was this weird dream that Chase had that he told Jenna about, and then Jenna was like, that's really dumb, don't think about it. And the dream was from the point of view of Duke?
Nope, it's Mr. Bronson.
Yes, from the point of view of Mr. Bronson, and he was with Janice, and they were in this van, and they were traveling, doing roofies, having fun. Then they ran over some dude, and his head went pop.
And the wheel well.
That dude happened to be a panther?
Yeah, I think. Wait, no, it's not panther. Mountain lion. White. He's a
Mountain
albino mountain
Yeah.
lion.
Yeah, that's right. He had red eyes. Honestly, at the time when I read that, I thought it was because his eyes were like stupid bloodshot that they said he had red eyes. But like saying he's albino makes sense as well. So
Yeah, I know it's well established within like the smoke room that's why he's like got white fur and red eyes. Is that he's an albino?
okay, yeah, that happened, and that was Chase's dream. And now the van is here, and also I just I can just super respect Jenna's reaction to just all this stuff happening, then something else supernatural happens. Just fuck.
Yeah, she is.
You gotta be kidding me.
You know what? Fuck everything.
Her childhood nightmare friend did show up and proved himself to be real. So you know.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Do you want to pack the fact that like, hey, you know the weird boogeyman in your closet when you were like 5? Yeah, he just appeared from the door frame, ripped like a 500-pound bear through a window.
Killed him single-handedly.
Yeah.
So not only was your nightmare real, but he also was protecting you?
Yeah, just sit to contemplate the fact that you were 5 and there was this thing in your closet and it was real the entire time.
Next up, is it protecting her? Sorry, I shouldn't speculate. I'll probably spoil stuff on accident. Never mind, ignore me.
I'm pretty certain you won't get it anyway, but yeah,
Okay,
it's fine.
is it protecting her so it can be the one that kills her?
No.
To be fair, we already know what that creature is.
Yeah, that
Yes.
creature is actually her friend, kind of.
Kind of.
Just from an alternate
They're
reality
both kind
where
of
things
friends,
went
too.
really bad for him.
Yep.
Like I
Kind
said,
of her friend, and it's kind of her friend. It's but someone who's both kind of her friend and kind of her friend.
Yes.
They are the weird power couple that, like, when they actually stop fighting, the world bends before them.
Yes.
Everything gets done.
This is actually pretty true, so...
Well, you're gonna have to get off, but.
She crosses her arm tightly over her chest, not letting her eyes leave sight of the idling vehicle.
Okay then, what's it doing here?
I don't have an answer for her, and therefore remain silent, stepping away from the front of the vehicle in case it somehow takes off. Micah, meanwhile, looks confused. He peers around, his yellow eyes bright and shimmering in the focus of the headlights.
What the fuck? I know where we are. But we were heading into town toward the motel. How the fuck are we here? Did we cross the we didn't cross the highway, did we?
I look to our east, and sure enough, there it is. The weathered asphalt of Route 65. I would have noticed if we crossed pavement. Someone would have. It's the complete opposite direction that we should be heading. Jenna gasps, seemingly realizing this is a little after the rest of us.
We've been here before.
Leo speaks up, clutching the side of his head with a wince.
You recognize it too, right?
Leo still sounds half asleep, turning to face us.
Sorry. You recognize it too, right?
Though it appears he's only speaking to Micah and I. God, fucking being a sexist now, Leo, ignoring Jenna's existence?
Obviously.
Ew.
Look, all I'm saying, if she doesn't get a sex scene, she's not worth it.
Wow.
She already had
Harry.
one.
Woof.
The bat blinks.
Oh. Oh, fuck. You dreamed about this too, Chase.
I swallow and nod, clutching my clammy paws against my shirt. I think so? The dream from earlier has already begun to fade from my memory, as most dreams do. But the way I felt watching it is still very clear, and this whole scene is starting to give me some serious deja vu, or something like it. There was an albino guy. He had bright red eyes and God ran over. The van's motor continues to idle, humming as it waits.
Mine was a little different.
Micah doesn't elaborate.
No, we've been here before in real life.
Implying that this is not real life?
Micah glances over at the wolf. The two exchange a look for a moment. Jenna steps forward and tugs at the driver's side door. It opens with a quiet creak, some air and cobwebs fraying apart as the door is pulled fully open. She squints at something by the wheel, then reaches in and taps it.
Keys are in the ignition, and there's this big red glare on the dash. Maybe a check engine light?
Yes,
She
Jenna,
frowns to
the
herself.
check engine light.
Stop being mean to Jenna.
It looks like this thing hasn't been used in a while. Sans whoever turned this on, but I'm no mechanic.
If only there were one among us, right? Ha! Hold on. If
Among us.
only there were one among us right now.
It's Wub.
But yeah, no, like, this is the route that, like, I guess seem to remember that, like, everyone had technically certain traits. Like Leo being a mechanic, Chase being a journalist.
Leo?
She pokes her head out, raising an inquisitive brow at the wolf.
You're welcome to take a look, if you're feeling up to it.
She eyes Leo up, examining his physical condition. Her expression is a mixture of skepticism and concern. Leo begins to limp toward the van, and Micah quickly steps up beside him to keep him from tripping over. He grunts appreciatively in response, speaking up.
It's probably not a check engine light.
What makes you say that?
Those don't really exist back when this was made, before the mid-90s.
Are you guys thinking we can drive this out of Echo?
Oh god, guys, no, wait. Poor...
Creepy fan.
Hey, look, a red lit van. Let's drive that.
Whee! Joyride in the creepy van. I'm a little more concerned with wondering who turned this on in the first place, and how we even got here. But that's an optimistic thought, Chase.
So maybe this is
Joy
a gift.
ride in a dreamy van. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
So maybe this is a gift horse that we're looking squarely in the mouth right now. Harry. I guess Harry stepped away.
I did step away. Give me a second.
No.
Doubt it. Also, apparently, my days working night shift has left such deep bags under my eyes that they go all the way down in my cheeks.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
sorry
mean,
to hear that.
that's gonna be weird when I come back to this episode because I am gonna cut all that weight that we had for you, Harry. Just so you know,
Oh, I see.
dude, that was like 2 or 3 minutes. It's gotta get cut.
Yeah, I know.
Fine.
Stuff happened. I had to take care of it.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just pointing out that's gonna be weird out of context.
Yeah.
Micah Rass helping Leo prop himself against the driver's side door as Jenna steps aside.
The light looks like it isn't coming from the dash.
Leo clumsily grasps the steering wheel, peering closer.
It's like it's being reflected off the odometer, but I don't see a direct source.
How Leo can see clearly after all the repeated blows to the head may be the real question here.
It's actually why we're seeing this red light is we just got beaten up.
That's fucking weird.
What? Stop moving the
A
mouse.
shuffling noise comes from the back of the van, and everyone freezes. There's a raggedy fabric partition hiding everything past the front seats from view. Gingerly, Leo pulls it aside and squints into the red light illuminating his face.
Is anyone back there?
Leo doesn't immediately respond, and I can't see him well from where I'm standing. I limp my way up beside Jenna.
Leo?
She inquires again, more urgent.
No, not right now. There is something back there, though.
Well, that's obvious enough.
I'm too big to squeeze between the seats. Go around.
Everyone takes a step back out of the now seemingly coherent Wolf's way as he exits the van.
Fucking deja vu something fierce right now.
You're telling me,
Ah!
Micah.
Ugh.
Familiar.
I see it too, and I don't like it.
Seeing what? Am I missing something?
So this is the menu screen for Route 65.
Route 65.
Oh, I knew that. I was thinking if there something else that I was missing.
Oh,
Yeah, no, that's it. That's the deja vu
Damn.
for us. You too? Jenna gives us both a quizzical look as Leo braces the handle of the rusted van door and gives it a yank. At first it doesn't budge, but after another hard tug, the door flies open. One door partially unhinged as it dangles to the side. There's something standing in the middle of the van, on 3 spindly legs. The red light projects from something on the top and begins to flash on and off. A camera on a tripod? At first I think it's mine, but upon closer inspection, it looks like an older model.
No fucking way.
Micah quickly backs away, nearly tripping over a prickly pear cactus in his haste.
Uh-huh. Nope, this isn't real. Everyone pack it up.
Hannah?
was gonna say, how long do you think you're gonna realize that they're muted?
Oh,
Flop, stop.
Oh, here we are. We're being filmed? What is this? Some elaborate prank show? This is 100% not funny.
Leo says nothing, climbing up into the back of the van and turning the display monitor on the camera around. On it, a little red dot on the corner flashes on and off, in time with illumination for the rest of the cab. The display screen itself shows us standing there at the back of the van, though the image is fuzzy, distorted. I wonder how long this has been here.
That's my camera!
Micah shouts in surprise, looking briefly to the rest of us before lowering his voice some.
Or, well, the high school's camera, but they were shit at keeping inventory. I ditched it after my folks kicked me out.
Okay, but what's it doing here? And why is it recording?
Judging by the looks on everyone's faces, I don't think anyone has an answer to that. Leo brings a heavy paw up to his eyes, rubbing them some before peering back at Micah, then the screen, then back again. Micah cants his head some at the wolf, letting out a slow exhale.
Either this is one fucked up joke, wolf boy, or I'm beginning to think this is the Hum's doing.
The hum. He mentioned that before, by the motel.
Wow. Haven't heard that word in a while.
What's the hum?
That's what I was going to ask.
It's a little hard to describe.
I mean, do you hear it in the background?
I
Oh, I
do.
don't have it.
I don't.
Yeah, no, there's
basically once
There's a
the
drone.
van popped in, like
Okay.
I
heard
think it was once the van was popping into view. That's
Yeah.
whenever I heard it.
Oh yeah, I have to turn the stream volume up to 200% in order to hear it.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
look, I could turn up the game volume and then I could fucking deafen all of you if you wanted to.
No, normally it's louder, I guess.
That's
I don't
because
know.
it's very faint right now. You have to pay
I
attention
see.
to realize it's there.
Actually, I kind of think that's brilliant. It's been there a while, and I hardly even noticed it.
Until I called it
like-
out.
No, until they said the word hum, and I went, ah, shit.
Bad dreams, like we talked about before. Feeling kind of like Vision Quest shit. Real spiritual stuff that Keith talked about a lot. Wasn't good vibes, though. Bad energy only. Only
So
thing
they-
is, that only really happens when you're sleeping. And I'm wide-ass awake.
He extends his arm out to his sides for a moment before gripping the van's door, thumbing at the chipping paint.
I haven't thought about that in a while. Jeremy and Adam talked about it when I was younger. After I mentioned seeing...
The thing we just saw a half hour ago, she wants to say, but she still visibly can't quite accept that. Not yet.
You know what.
I don't, but as I was saying,
Like,
You can
Mike is
kinda-
still one of my favorites of like the side characters because of stuff like that.
it just feels like Micah's me, and that kind of
Micah's a
scares
very
me.
well-written side character, actually.
It's weird because, like, it's weird. It's like Kudzu's the person I want to be, and Micah's just me.
Lol.
Well, if you noticed, like Mike is still one of the better side companions. Like the
He
top
actually
three are
is.
definitely Micah.
Okay, that's not fair. I
Kudzu,
feel like-
and, Daxton. Those three are top three.
I feel
I
like
do-
Micah was me if I was less shy. Daxton is really me.
Okay, yeah, I can agree with that.
I love Daxton, dude. That guy was great.
Daxton would act like Micah if Daxton didn't have social cues.
You and you basically are a combination of Daxton and Micah, honestly, Harry.
Yeah.
We're somewhere in between the two.
Yeah, I can see that. You can kind of tell when it's happening because it's more than just a nightmare. Your ears start buzzing. Like one of them orchestra bands tuning up violins in your skull, you know?
A creepy
God, that's an
sensation
awful
that I know
image.
exactly what he's talking about builds in my gut.
You hear it too?
What, like right now?
Leo stares for a moment before nodding. One of the bat's large ears flicks, and he turns his head from side to side.
I don't think so.
He pauses.
Maybe, might be the engine.
He shifts attention back to the vehicle, yanking on the van's door some.
The spooky-ass ghost van engine.
The metal frame of the van seems to rattle in response, though that might be my imagination.
Sometimes I'd go out into the hills and just camp out away from home because the home wasn't as bad there. Heather did it a bunch with me too, though she had other reasons.
Jenna nods, exhaling slowly before crossing her arms over her chest.
So, I suppose then you have a theory about all of this. One based in what? In a set of spiritualism?
Honestly, I thought it was like radon poisoning or something.
Radon, but yeah.
But you get the hum in a few other places around town too. I've slept all over. The rail yard, the lake, this van, they're all real hummy places.
You've slept in this van before?
Despite everything that's happened, the idea that anyone would want to take a nap in this creepy thing is dubious at best for Jenna.
Well,
Michael
Despite
trails off.
everything, it fills Jenna with confusion.
I'm gonna come over there and slap you
You're welcome.
For one usually
when I'm on
so...
my... Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, for one usually so coarse and brazen, his seeming awkwardness right now feels out of place for him.
We both have. Wait. What?
What, Leo?
I-
Leo?
I'm guessing it's.
you know the intro, you know the song "Curb Your Enthusiasm." That
Yeah, I
that's
guess-
immediately would start playing in my head the minute DJ said, "Wait, what?" Just bump, bump, bump.
Yeah, there's a lot that I had to say about this, but I want you to see the whole scene first. So I recommend you try and get through this.
All right. Briefly.
Theo places the flat of his palm on the bed of the cab. Flattened cardboard boxes and ratty bits of fabric that must have once been blankets or towels cover the surface. The large canine's brow furrows some, and finally he looks back up at all of us. It may just be me, but he doesn't seem as sluggish anymore. Jenna lets out an exhausted, amused noise, letting her arms flop down to her sides.
Truly? I'm not sure I see the appeal.
Leo and Micah look at each other. There's a silence. Wait.
Hold on. You're not saying...
Just a second ago, I was going to say that in a weird way they almost work as a couple. I was so stupid.
We were both stupid.
Micah squeezes the bridge of his nose,
Oh
closing his
no.
eyes as if he's cringing to himself.
Oh my gosh,
I-
no. Michael, I thought better of you.
Just wait.
Oh no, does it get worse?
I was such a skeevy little bitch back then. I don't know why I'm pushed.
No, I didn't mean for that, Micah. I meant for what happened afterward. You had it rough, and I didn't care. Or if I did, I didn't wanna, 'cause of what happened at the party.
I feel like an outsider looking in at some intimate conversation I don't understand. Which is a feeling I can't say I felt when I'm around Leo. He'd always go out of his way to include me in everything. What party? What are you guys talking about? 65, but yeah.
Route
You-
65.
You might want to believe.
Chase got NTR'd by
the
Neo.
first Rudy
Wait.
said.
Wait, what did you say, Hannah?
You might want to believe the.
The first route.
He,
Route
he said-
65. Wait. Party. Leo. Route 65. Imagery.
Chase, they...
Alright, I'm just gonna pause real quick. Alright, we're back
Wait.
from our pause.
Wait, Route 65.
Yes.
This picture.
Uh-huh.
Chase and Leo.
What are you
And
talking
party.
Is that
Yeah.
the same party that you're?
Oh no, I hope not.
about? Okay, you're putting some things together now. Alright. So, Hannah, whenever you're ready.
Oh no.
Chase, they...
2008. That Dia de los Muertos party after the Parsons warehouse. The one where you told me you were gay. The night we got together.
I blink. My parents had caught me watching gay porn that morning on the computer, and I was afraid to come home to them, so I went to some party at Parsons. The night itself is kind of a blur. I remember getting into a very brief fight with a guy who dumped beer on TJ, and then waking up with Leo over me, eyes full of concern. Somehow I ended up confiding everything to him about me being into guys. He apparently had a hunch about it, and the next thing I knew, he was ushering me out of the old warehouse to walk home with him. We kissed in the rail yard by his house, and that was about the start of our relationship proper. Still, something always seemed off about that party, and the way Leo was acting. I think I remember some dude trying to come up to talk to him, and Leo telling him off before insisting I not ask about it. He seemed really serious at the time. Didn't want to ruin a good thing or something like that. I didn't get a look at the guy he talked to, but he was carrying a camera?
Oh no.
The wolf taps the side of the tripod with his fingertips.
Leo, you are reprehensible.
Do you want me to spell out why now? Because I think...
I
you've
mean,
got
oh
the
no, it's
pieces.
100% clear.
But
Pretty
do you,
sure.
I would
So,
like
I'm
it
gonna-
spelled out, please.
I'm gonna tell you, this is actually the thing that made me go, fuck Leo. And
Yeah,
basically
dude.
sign him off for the rest of my time playing Echo. Was this.
Yeah, up until... Oh my god, you disgusting human being.
So you figure it out, DJ.
Oh, I
Well, the
absolutely
camera-
figured it
Well,
out.
especially when it said the camera.
Oh,
like,
Leo, you garbage person.
So I'm gonna point this out to you now, Sam, because I think you
Okay,
want to
please.
know.
I
Ugh. No, I want to slap him.
This is 2008. Leo was 17 at the time. Chase was 14. I think he was actually 15 for Chase. Micah was 13.
Micah was
Oh,
13.
no.
Oh, gross!
Holy shit!
Oh god,
Wait,
it's
wait,
even worse. I
wait.
didn't realize that. I just realized that he hooked up with a dude and then went, no, I actually, my otter's
Yeah,
ready
it
for me
wasn't
now,
great,
bye."
but then this was
Wait.
the little detail that actually made me go, fuck Leo.
Wait,
Oh, God.
wait. Can give me the short rundown on what's going on? Sorry.
Oh,
Matt's,
God.
Matt's been gone. He
So,
went to
welcome
preying
back,
on,
Matt.
essentially he's preying on someone who's in a low spot too, right?
It'd be like a senior in high school sleeping with somebody in 8th grade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
exactly what
Oh,
it was.
So
Wait,
Technically, it wasn't a crime, but it should
Which-
have been.
Which did happen. In not in this, but there was a senior I knew in my school who did that, and yeah,
Ew.
he went to jail. Not for that, but for after that, after that was revealed that he did that, he was kicked out of our school, and then he went to like one of the CPS rehabilitation schools.
Okay.
They're not gonna know what CPS is. They think I'm talking about Child Protective Services. It's fine. But like one of the rehabilitation schools, which is it's BS. It's just a school where they put kids that they don't want to deal with and that the rules don't exist, so they can fall through the cracks and nobody can care. Anyway, while he was there, he molested a girl who had Downs, and that's what he went to jail for.
Okay, I'm gonna put like a content warning on this episode, like right up front.
Yeah. You do that.
I went to a classy school.
Yeah, no, I understand, Harry. I'm glad that you didn't deal with that stuff personally. I'm very glad for you, but yeah, I know that anyone watching in the future, they're probably gonna need that content warning because.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's right.
I realize, and this is just a disclaimer for all of you, I joke about a lot of things that are very serious. It's not that I don't take those things seriously.
Course. No,
I have grown up in an environment where a lot of serious things happen far too often for me not to take them in a comical manner.
No, I
No, we
fully
get it.
recognize that. Like, to say enough without saying too much, you grew up in the rough part of where you grew up.
Yeah, I walked out I walked out at 3 o'clock after getting right out of school to a kid sitting on the front bench with a lighter and a spoon.
Oh, wow.
I went to the place where kids brought 45 to school to make sure that other kids knew not to mess with them.
Dang.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's pretty unfortunately common in cities, I feel like.
Yeah.
Or at least, like, the less nice schools. I'll be honest, like, I grew up in a suburb town outside of a big city, but that type of stuff was kind of common there, too, to the point where I was offered drugs in the back of my bus.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, that I don't think about those times because those were the normal things.
Yeah,
that
me,
wasn't oh wow, that was like, oh yeah, that's Requise. He sits 3 tables back to me in math class. We're best friends.
Between that and like a pregnant girl vomiting right behind me while I was on the bus, I decided to start walking to school after that.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I knew a guy and he OD'd recently, so he's dead now. But I knew a guy who I was in French class with. He was a really fun guy sometimes. He didn't get expelled for it. It's weird. He got in trouble for it was some gangs thing happened. They were like beefing with each other, and they were like, so to prove a point, he brought a 45 loaded to school, just prove that he could, right? Didn't do anything with it, just brought it and left with it, and like they knew he had it, but they didn't do anything about it except to give him an in-school suspension for a bit, which was weird. And then like, I mean, he was fun sometimes, but other times he was like, he was the kind of guy who kind of just like flipped sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
And like, I mean, the times he was most fun is because he would in between, it was like 12 p.m., 1 p.m., somewhere in that range, like in between coming from like the other different classes, right into French class, he would go into the bathroom and shoot wax before coming into the class. So like he was like off his rocker in French class, which made him a blast to be around. Yeah, but he didn't make it to 25. No, I'm not even 25. He was younger than me. He didn't make it to 21.
Dang.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yep. He's only the fourth one, I know.
Jeez.
But yeah, continuing on with Echo here and everything that's going on here. Yeah, this is the main reason why I've been hating on Leo very early in our playthrough. Like, I finished up Echo, and when I first started playing it, I was like in the middle of Jenna's route, and then I took a 180 on how I felt about Leo very early in the series. I think people could probably like find like 1 or 2 episodes where I'm like okay-ish about Leo, and then like there's an episode where I'm like fuck Leo in particular after that.
Yeah, I mean, well, and so okay, let's unpack for a second. One, Micah is in a very low place as far as safety
Yeah.
So he's essentially preying on that, right?
Mhm.
Like, 2, Micah's significantly younger than him. And then 3, he sleeps with him because he's like, I want to sleep with someone. And he's like, oh, look, my otter boy. All in the same day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot, within an hour.
Yeah.
Now, I think I might be off about Micah's age. Micah might actually have been 14, potentially.
That
So
still doesn't
I-
matter. It still
Oh,
doesn't
I
matter.
Well, it doesn't. It doesn't. You don't have to speculate because Jenna actually says his age in like 30 seconds.
Oh, you're right. Let's add
Here-
a little
here.
bit of this.
God.
All right.
You said this line already.
Hey, can I say it again?
Sure.
Leo, you are reprehensible.
Jenna's voice is cold and curt.
Jenna,
What?
shut up.
Jenna looks taken aback, but only for a split second before shaking her head in disbelief. Leo winces, clutching his head wound. His reddish eyes flick up to meet mine.
I shouldn't have agreed to it. I would just...
Jenna quickly interjects, stepping in front of me.
No, Leo. This whole week has just proven to me, time and time again, that you are just...
She stares, letting out a hot puff of air between her lips before spreading her arms wide.
just perfect for Echo.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
You truly, truly belong here. You know that?
Oh my gosh. That's like the worst insult Jenna could give anybody ever.
Is it also not a surprise that like after I got through this I started singing Jenna's praises when like I did the math and she like said my thoughts?
Hey, Alan, did you read the thing that I put name time?
Oh, I saw that where you made a little note for Micah. Hey Chase,
Yeah.
how does it feel to know your whole relationship started by you being my sloppy seconds? Fuck you, love Micah.
Yeah,
To which I'm
About
pointed out
accurate
that
to
you
what Micah was
misspelled a
saying.
whole lot of stuff.
Oh no.
did I misspell a lot of stuff?
Whole has a W in it.
I know. I was hoping to make this like lore accurate.
Oh my god.
I
Oh. Oh no.
think you gotta enjoy it because you can't anything else.
Alright.
Look, at the end of the day, this is all fictional, so...
Yes.
That's why you gotta just enjoy it because what else can you do?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Chase, you dick! Not Chase.
Wait,
Leo.
why are you blaming Chase for this?
Yeah,
Now you
Chase!
guys...
Hey man, at least this isn't TJ's route with Chase, if I may.
okay, I'll give you that.
Alright, anyways. Let's get back to the story.
Oh, God.
God. How old were you then? How old was Micah? Did you even care?
Fucking hell, are you about done?
The bat pivots his heel away from the van to face Jenna, his eyebrows narrowed beneath his bangs.
Look, you don't know me. I ain't some fucking victim. Shit was my choice.
What? What was your choice?
Chase, you are an absolute idiot sometimes.
Yeah, Chase is a little slow.
Chase.
Jenna
That's not a
sounds
nice way
very
to talk about your
disgusted.
boyfriend, Jenna.
Look, they're not actually dating, they're kinda dating, which is also very murky. Jenna sounds
Hey, it's
very-
getting louder.
Yeah, the hum is getting louder.
It is.
Jenna sounds very disgusted. I frown at her, wondering what the fuck I did wrong.
Oh, nothing, Chase.
Oh, you did. You're stupid.
And I abandoned you.
Jenna
He's owning
visibly
up, in fairness
seethes.
to him.
None of this
She points to the rusty van, the same red light flashing on and off.
makes any sense. But all your actions completely do. You are just all so perfect for this town, thinking any of that was okay.
She throws up her hands, legs shaking with frustration. Is she including me in this?
Not your sense about you.
Isn't...
I'm gone. Done.
Jenna! She turns to leave, though a crackling from the front of the van brings her to a halt.
Hey.
From the console, the distorted voice I've become all too familiar with rings forth again. It's coming from the old radio, the audio crackling through dusty speakers. Jenna recognizes it instantly and begins stepping back away from the van again.
We should go. Now.
Her voice is shaky. The air itself seems fuzzy, electric. Like I'm breathing in hundreds of tiny strands of vibrating twine.
That sounded like Chase.
Is that Leo or is that
It's
distorted
Leo, but I just heard somebody's phone go off for a second.
Oh, and it was with the perfect, like, it was at the perfect moment.
Yeah.
Can I just say that I was gone for a brief moment and I could hear Sam scream from my headset.
What was I screaming about?
I don't know, but I just heard some form of screaming and I could hear from my laundry area from my headset.
Oh, wow.
Me too.
Powerful
I'm like, God damn, did someone do a sonic boom scream or something like that?
Oh, I've been screaming at the Chase thing. Okay.
Jesus Christ, Sam. I haven't heard you scream that loud, bloody murder since Phasmophobia.
Oh, I've heard her do it louder in another game.
Wait,
Noted.
which game was that?
What's the one with like the murder in a hotel?
Oh,
Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
Dead of Night?
Yeah,
Dead
that's
of
it.
Night. Yep, that's
Yeah.
it. I scream, and then he had to be like, Sam, can you just mute? Your screams are too loud.
No, it's not that your
What?
screams are too loud. It's that the game's already anxiety-provoking enough. Your
And then you
screams
have me
added like an
screaming.
extra layer of anxiety for me because I'm like, I'm scared that this dude like attacks me and everything, and like I'm a quiet like person when it comes to like being frightened. And then whenever somebody screams, that like ramps my anxiety up like another notch. So it's like, oh, okay, I'm already anxious. Oh, anxiety. Hello.
Okay. I'm good
So
now.
it was just on my end. You were never actually too loud, Sam. It was just more
Okay.
like it was like getting to me about how much screaming there was. Because sometimes you would scream about shadows too.
I did.
Or you'd be like, oh my god, there he is outside.
And no, it's just Sam.
Leo's the only one to wait. Leo was the only one to outright respond back, and Michael looks at him with a bewildered expression.
Talk to the hum?
It's Chase.
Chase is right there, dipshit.
I love you, Micah.
I swear to God, I'm the only one who has common sense in this apocalyptic nightmare.
Look,
God.
common sense was a perk that not everyone decided to put on their character sheet.
You're like the white woman who runs to the garage filled with chainsaws. What's wrong with you?
I'll be safe there.
There's many things wrong, my friend.
No, it's Chase, Bucks.
You're the one chick who like trips on grass 7 times in a chase and
Oh,
is
that's
just
me.
walking towards you menacingly.
That's me. That's me.
Not
Bye.
picking up speed.
Not picky. Not.
Actually, like the killer's slowing down but still catching up.
The killer is getting
I love-
closer is because she keeps tripping.
I love the one where it's like it's a comedy act of that, and then she just keeps tripping, and the serial killer's walking. He's like, "Lady, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, is the grass made of ice or something? Like, I'm walking fine. What's?" And she like gets up and immediately trips. He's like, it's like this is just sad.
Was that Scary Movie 1?
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was.
And she breaks her own leg.
Oh, that's a later girl.
Yeah.
And that girl, she was like, "Oh, now you're gonna behead me." When he
Oh my
beheads
God,
her,
yes.
She's still giving him sass, and he just tosses her sassing head into a trash can. The original Scary Movie, I'd say like the first 3 Scary Movies are actually pretty good sometimes.
Yeah, they are. Oh,
They may not have aged the best, but they hold up somewhat. He gestures to me, still standing gobsmacked at the back of the van. Leo slowly looks back at me, squinting at my chin, then my eyes. It's me. Let's go home.
Problem, it's me.
It's me? Is this Five Nights at Freddy's now?
He sees that it isn't my mouth moving, and his eyes widen a little more. A small line of blood runs down from a spot just behind his ear, down to his jaw. I promise I won't bring it up again. Let's go home. Who gives a fuck what the others say? You know I'm right. I remember saying those exact words after Flynn blasted us for skipping Jenna's birthday party in 10th grade.
Oof.
I convinced Leo to hang out with me instead. I was addicted to private time with him. I promise I won't bring it up again. We're all silent, staring at the dark cab where the noise is coming from. Except for Leo. He's looking directly at me. Leave.
Why?
He asks me. I'm not sure what to say. It's not me speaking, but those are my words. Everything feels hazy. Hazy and wet. Micah leans his head into the van, trying to get the wolf's attention.
Leo, Keith always said not to talk to the hum. That's what this shit is, no doubt.
The hysteria? It has a voice?
Apparently, it's your fucking voice, Chase.
I love
No wonder
that.
everyone's so damn riled up about you coming back.
I mean, like, I love Micah so much for this stuff. But,
Chase,
Why
I would
me?
like to inform you, you are a serial killer.
Do I look like some kind of set of wise man?
I don't know. Maybe you are the wise man of the group.
he is still the only one with common sense on his character sheet. Like, just by the way, I found out
Jenna
that
might have
some-
Jenna and Flynn might have common sense. Might have bought the common sense trait.
No, Flynn definitely doesn't
Oh,
have
Flynn
common
walked
sense.
into a burning building?
Yeah, I was gonna point
Okay,
that out.
okay,
but-
to be fair, he just has hyper fixation.
Okay, I'm gonna say Flynn, in my opinion, has a high intelligence stat, but he does not have common sense. Like, he knows like how to investigate and how to figure things out that he wants to figure out, but he doesn't have enough common sense to go, maybe I should drop this. Maybe I should leave the murder town while I have a chance.
No, go.
Yeah.
Why ignore me?
The best example I give for this is technically Corwin isn't an idiot. He just has an ego so overblown that he comes off as an idiot.
Oh yeah, from Amber, the Chronicles of Amber, for anyone who doesn't
Yeah.
understand that reference.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah, I think Corwin does have a huge ego.
He's not stupid, but he has such a large ego that he makes decisions that are stupid
You're right.
because of his ego.
You're right. He thinks with his dick.
Yes, that too.
Okay, so back to Echo though. Micah grunts, fidgeting from foot to foot. Despite his demeanor, he's definitely visibly unnerved by all this.
I'm parroting shit I heard from a guy who's probably dead. For a while, when I was younger, I thought I heard Keith's voice too, telling me the shit I wanted to hear. But shit like that wasn't good for me. So I got fuck out of town.
Jenna throws her hands up, squeezing the pendant around her necklace.
I can't handle this. I'm going to do what the spooky van wants and leave.
It's not the van.
A voice in my head speaks, softly, like a whisper from right behind my ear. It's a masculine voice, but not my own. An older man, with a kind of old Western accent. Familiar. Glancing back, there's no one there. Without thinking, I speak. It's not the van.
And how do you know that?
I don't know. I admit. There's a long silence, and Leo's tail curls inward. He's biting the inside of his cheek, thinking hard. Finally, he looks me in the eyes again.
It's me. That thing. It follows me. Thought it was you, but it's not you. You're different now.
He gesticulates in my direction.
Leo, I love...
Please. Be quiet just a sec, eh?
Leo interrupts the otherworldly voice like he's shushing a small child. Now he's looking at me, but his gaze seems to shift toward the horizon, 1,000-yard stare.
Chase, you all left. It was never the same. So I tried to cope. I remember all the stuff you used to say to me. Even the naggy shit. All your banter. Hell, I imagine every day at work that you're there with me, talking to me while I'm fixing cars. I pretend I'm teaching you about the basics, like changing oil or replacing headlights. I know it's not riveting stuff, but in my head, you love me, and I love you. There's just some distance, that's all. I drive home, listening to whoever it is on the radio, and I imagine you reacting to it. Groaning every time the word truck is mentioned in a country song, or making some snide-ass remark about the political ads.
A little smile curls up around his jowls, though it diminishes as quick as it forms. That little drop of blood running down the fur of his cheek finally splatters on the cab floor beneath him.
When I get home, I go online and, there's this pulling in my chest. Like a dread, you know? You click on the social media shit, and it's you. The real you. And you're different. You're wearing new shirts, hanging with your friends, drinking fancy college beers, growing terrible facial hair.
Fancy college beers?
That's what I say. Leo, shit, dude. I don't know what beer Chase is having in college.
I mean, you say that the first party I went to, me and Sebastian were offered weird blueberry beer.
Probably
Blueberry.
blonde. Probably, yeah.
Blonde ale, so to speak.
Probably, yeah, definitely an ale.
Do you remember what I'm talking about, Sebastian?
Yeah.
We were like looking at this, we're like, what is this? And he's like, oh, trust me, it's from like a local brew. It's fancy. It's fine. I'm like,
I actually know exactly what you're talking about, and to
Yeah.
not disclose location, I'll wait till we're not recording.
Cheap college fancy beer? You mean like shit like past Blue Ribbon?
I was gonna say,
Budweiser?
yeah, that's where I went to college. People drank shit beer in college.
Exactly.
I mean,
never
you're a
drank
bunch of
light
my-
beer.
I drink shit beer now.
I hate past Blue Ribbon. My dad loves it though.
I like it more than Miller, but I like Budweiser
Okay,
more
this
than
is
Pabst.
we need
I don't-
like advertisements for beer.
I don't like
Yeah,
Hey,
I don't
hey,
care.
look,
I don't care
look.
about beer.
Okay.
Look, it's either this or talking. Look, it's talking about. It's either this or talking about vintage pizza again.
Vintage pizza's fine.
I
That's
Vintage
good for
pizza,
reviews.
Polish beers,
I
like
love how this
Żywiec,
was a very
sugar,
serious moment, and we're like, we can't handle this. We're talking
what
about
else
beer.
is
Yeah.
there?
Right.
It's also a good one.
What was that, Sebastian?
I'm talking about my beers, the ones that I drink, which are all Polish and I can't get here.
I've never had Polish beer yet.
All right, I'm gonna continue now. I touch my goatee briefly. Micah gives me a sidelong glance.
And it feels like I'm losing you all over again. So I just avoid it. I pretend.
What's that?
I pretend that we still drink together on the patio once the sun goes down on Saturdays. I pretend that you're there beside me at home, waking me and watching me play my games. And I pretend at night that pillow I've got my arms wrapped around is you. Making a little noise you do when ruffle your head fur, squeeze you.
Leo plants his rump against the side of the cabin, sliding down to a sitting position as he clutches his head.
And then one day, you started talking back. At first it was quiet. In fact, in the back of my head, not even really noticeable. And over time it just got real, yeah? Soon I was looking in mirrors and seeing you, standing there, a reflection in the window or a pool of water. Sometimes I swear you could even touch me. But it wasn't you. Not really you. It was the you I wanted you to be.
Morning.
This
Got it.
perfect, subservient thing.
I'm gonna be honest, this is a very serious scene, so we should probably keep the
Sorry.
jokes to a minimum. It's okay.
But it didn't make me happier. It was just a dream. A dream that kept blurring between, like, what was real and what wasn't. And so I wanted to see you. The real you. To, I don't know, get a grip?
Oof.
Fix me? But I just made things worse when you didn't give a shit. When I would smile and you would look away, and you'd take every chance to hang with others instead of me.
His eyes flick briefly toward Jenna before trailing back to the space between his feet, the wolf breathing slowly.
These past few days, it's been unlike anything I've ever felt before. I forget what was real and what wasn't, and I'd drive me up the walls, you know? So, Sorry. I just...
He rubs his face.
Fuck.
The wolf goes still, the gravity of his words rendering everyone silent. Even the radio. Jenna, who seems to be constantly wavering between lingering and noping the fuck out of here, glances back over her shoulder. Her grievances with Leo and Micah are apparently lessened in the face of continued paranormal onslaught.
So this thing that we're seeing, as manifested by the hum, is some sort of tulpa?
Tulpa? The name sounds familiar, like something Carl mentioned to me in passing.
In layman, a more advanced version of an imaginary friend.
The Finnick frowns deeply, thinking.
The process of induction, visualization, thought form, and other mental forcing can stimulate these sorts of psychosomatic happenings. Generally, you see it with people who say they talk to Jesus or other religious icons that encourage prayer and meditation upon idols.
You're saying I'm like some kind of worshipped idol? Jenna sighs as Leo slinks down a bit.
Sure. That still doesn't explain why we can see and hear this thing. Honestly, it's more likely we're enduring some sort of collective traumatic hallucination. But right now, I'm just spitballing here to rationalize this.
She swirls her paw in the direction of the van. A person that others can see and interact with, born from a dream. We watch the radio, though it doesn't chime in.
I think it's gone.
Another silence. Finally, Micah speaks up.
Jesus fuck, Leo. Can't you just print out Chase's yearbook picture and tape it to a fleshlight like a normal person?
Nope.
That was
Ew! Oh, God! Gross!
I'm fine with this.
Holy shit, man.
Oh, hi, Andrew.
Oh yeah, no, Andrew's been here for a while.
Oh, I
Hi.
didn't even notice. I feel bad.
No, don't.
Yeah, you
Jeez.
should feel bad.
You're right.
No,
I will.
Oh my god.
I'll go cry corner.
Advance the plot.
No, fuck you. Leo looks to Micah, his tired, wounded face slipping into a grin before he starts to chuckle. In the first bit of proper laughter I've heard from him in days, even if it's bittersweet.
Micah, I'm sorry.
Dude, for real, it's fine.
Micah watches Leo with some wariness in his golden eyes, crossing his tattooed arms over his chest.
Nah.
What do you mean by nah?
The fuck you mean, nah?
Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Right, TJ.
Nah!
Nah. We may have just been messing around, but you had shit rough at home. Everyone knew it. I just didn't want to talk about it, yeah?
Think about
Just disappeared one day, and that was that. But you were small. They have nobody to turn to. Should have been there for you.
Micah scuffs his foot against the dirt, looking a mixture of frazzled and embarrassed at the conversation taking place.
We didn't have that kind of relationship. Not like you and Chase had.
Relationship? The bat looks at me, quickly clarifying.
It wasn't really relationship or nothing. That was bad word to use. I like how Chase's first reaction was he was cheating on me. Like,
Well, no,
you were seeing other men?
It's not. I think actually Micah happens before Chase? Question mark.
Yeah, but that
That's
doesn't
like-
change the fact that Chase's first reaction was, you dated other men before me? How dare you?
Well, that's because their whole thing is like, oh, we were each other's first relationship, right? And even though Chase has zero interest in Leo at this point,
Mm-hmm.
he's built a lot of his like identity off of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, like a big part of like Chase's own like, because we gotta also keep in mind Chase at 21 has not had any other romantic relationship or sexual relationship outside of Leo. That is his only thing that he's had until this route where he finally like has a relationship with Jenna.
Stupid question. Chase is 21?
Yep.
Yeah, Chase is 21. He turned 21 at some point early in the route, and not in the route, but earlier in the year. He most likely has a birthday in fall, like maybe like September.
That's how he can drink. That's how he can drink all those
I
things.
feel dumb.
Oh no. But yeah, Carl though is 20 because his birthday is in April. Anyway, whenever you're ready, Harry.
Just two kids who both knew they liked dudes and experimenting.
There's a twisting sensation in my chest as I look at both of them, then imagining them in the van. Right before what was essentially the most romantic night of my life. The day I felt most loved and special out of any.
With a $700 camera and a 3-year age difference.
Okay,
Oh
so
god, I
Micah
didn't
was
realize they were videotaping it.
These
Yeah.
mentioned
Oh.
the camera! I
Yeah.
even pointed out they had the
Oh
camera!
god, no. Oh, blah. Oh god. Bleh.
Micah ignores Jenna.
Judging by your expression, I'm guessing he never told you. I don't blame him.
Leo scoots himself to the back of the van, hanging his legs off the end as he looks at me.
And I should have. I just didn't want to lose you, you know? Oh,
He's looking at me now.
I'm gonna slap you. Sad.
Sebastian.
Oh.
And yet, he lost you anyway.
Oh. It's all I can manage to say. Leo turns his attention back to Micah.
I'm no replacement for Keith. But I should have helped you get back on your feet. Introduced you to the group. Yes. And you and Chase would have gotten along after a while. Do you want to be a journalism major?
Jenna, despite the apologetic tone of Leo, definitely doesn't seem eager to stick around for this conversation.
Hey man, that was a lifetime ago.
Good at taking your feral ass in. Showing you how society works. Come on. Come on, man. Probably don't even know how to do your own taxes.
Micah clicks his tongue against the roof of his mouth, kind of like how Leo does.
Fuck taxes. Government ain't getting shit. Anyway,
He clears his still raspy throat, wincing as he swallows.
if you want to get ahead in life, you can't rely on others. Gotta get it for yourself.
He passes a glance toward Jenna for a moment. We did. I chime in, still trying to wrap my head around that revelation from earlier. Michael looks like he's about to snap back with something biting, but he just waves it off a flap of his hands.
Anyway, if you want forgiveness, you got it. Let's just put some distance between us and this home hotspot, okay?
Please.
Micah grunts once, beginning to walk off behind Jenna. After a moment, he slows some, looking back to Leo.
Glad you, finally woke up, though.
Alright, and I think that's a good spot to stop.
Damn.
So
We're getting
say
so
goodbye,
close to,
everyone.
like, the most disturbing image in this game.
Oh yeah, no, we're
God,
getting very
oh.
close. So
Oh, right. You said there was more after I hate.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
there's
there
an
is
image in
more.
this game that even thinking about it, like, makes me feel icky and sends shivers up my spine.
I don't like this. Damn it.
It'll be okay. You probably won't even notice it.
Yeah, to be fair, none of you are going to react the way I did. Because the first time I saw it, I didn't react the way I did. It wasn't until it was pointed out to me that I just started feeling gross.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah. Well, say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.